A lot of people think being a millionaire is having a bunch of money or something or able to afford a bunch of crazy objects. Guys, it's not the way it works. It's a mindset. You have the wealthy mindset and you have the poor mindset. You have the healthy mindset and you have the unhealthy mindset. It's all inside, guys. It's not outside. All right? When you think about it, think about rich people behavior, the way they behave, the way they act. They act completely different from poor people. Completely different because of mindset, right? I'm going to share with you the difference between a wealthy mindset and a poor mindset. First, rich people always focus on taking care of themselves. They do not focus on the external selves, guys. They focus on the internal selves. When you think about it, poor people usually focus on buying expensive clothes, expensive shoes, nice cars to impress others. Rich people, on the other hand, they focus on taking care of their mind. Believe it or not, every rich person has a psychologist. Only poor people usually think, okay, you know what? Having a psychologist means that you're crazy, something wrong with your mind. You're not capable of taking care of your mind. You're basically a lunatic or something. But rich people, on the other hand, they use psychologists to help them guide their mind because at the end of the day, they don't understand themselves, just like most people, they do not understand themselves. But rich people use basically a coach. You see what I'm saying? A personal trainer. Because, when you go to the gym, you hire a personal trainer. It's to help you grow your muscles. It's to help you do the right thing, basically, in order for your muscles to grow. Because if you go to the gym and you start lifting, you start doing all kinds of crazy things, you don't even know what you're doing, you don't even know what body part you're working on, then you're going to become confused and you're going to become frustrated at a certain point and give up. But rich people, on the other hand, they use psychologists as their personal trainer to help them guide their mind to become the best version of themselves. At the end of the day, if you have a psychologist, the psychologist will help you guide your mind, help you achieve your goal successfully without a problem. Because we all doubt ourselves, guys. We all have like negative thoughts popping here and there without proper understanding. It can lead to confusion and basically self-doubt. Rich people cannot afford that. It's the reason they always have their personal trainer, their psychologist, right? So it's something to keep in mind. And another thing about rich mindset versus poor mindset, rich people love to exercise their mind. They love to read. They love to grow their mind. Because guys, think about it. Where is growth, there is life. Think about it, man. If you're not growing, you're basically stuck in one place. Rich people cannot afford that because they need to accumulate enough wealth to live a comfortable lifestyle and, resources, right? So it's the reason growing the mind help them become more confident and have more knowledge than most people because, knowledge is power, of course. But with poor people, of course, they focus more on gratification, having fun. How can I please myself? Drugs or something to just pacify their senses because usually a poor mindset usually under a lot of stress, depression, you name it. So they usually find ways to just gratify the senses really quick and forget about growth. You see the difference, right? There's a big difference when you think about it, don't you think? All right, so let's move on to the next one. With rich people, they think ahead. I always talk about thinking ahead, guys. What makes us human or different from other animals is the ability to think far into the future. If you're able to think ahead, you will be able to see how you want your life to be. You will be able to see the picture. No one else will be able to see it for you. I kid you not. But you yourself, you have the image in your head and you know exactly what you want. You can walk through towards that vision. It's the gift a rich mindset will give you. Is the reason you need to adopt that, guys. You need to think ahead. You need to think of like, okay, you know what? Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Is it gonna guide me towards my long-term vision or is it gonna put me sideways? You do not want to go sideways. You want to stay on your path, okay? So learn to think ahead. And rich people, they do not follow trends. They do not follow trends. They sell poor people trends, of course. They sell people, regular people trends, but they do not follow the trends themselves. They know, okay, we need to pacify ourselves. Poor people love to show off. They want to impress other people. So they sell them the idea of if you have this, if you have that, you basically wealthy. It's not how it works. They're lying to you and they're playing games, of course, because at the end of the day, having the right mindset is not physical objects. It's not the clothes that you wear or the shoes you have or the kind of car you drive that will make you confident. It's not how it works. It's how you think. Okay? So when you go to the mall or whatever, buying expensive shoes, buying expensive clothes, or when you go to the dealership, you're thinking, okay, you know what? I need to buy a Bugatti or something like that. You need to think about, okay, is it going to make me confident? No, it's not going to make you confident. All right? It's not going to do anything for you. It'll give you that quick dopamine hit for 1 or 2 days. And after that, you'll go right back to normal. All right? All right, another thing about rich people or rich mindset, they wire their mind based on what they're passionate about. I'm going to repeat it one more time for you to have a better understanding, okay? They wire the cells in their mind, the brain. I always talk about neurons, guys. I always talk about brain cells. They wire their mind based on what they're passionate about. So if you want to do something, let's say a mechanic, for instance, I'm going to use mechanics. So for me personally, I don't know anything about engine. And you also do not know anything about engines. So both of us, we are pretty slow. We have no knowledge of engines. So you're passionate about mechanic. You can see yourself being a mechanic. You can see yourself fixing cars, but you decide to take action and learn about it. The first few months, maybe a year, you're not going to be great. But the knowledge already create a whole blueprint in your head. Your cells already wired based on what works and what doesn't work. So what's going to happen when you keep doing it every single day? You basically reinforcing the knowledge. You reinforcing the cells until you master it. That's all it is. When it comes to anything, guys, do not let anyone fool you. Do not think to yourself that, oh, I'm not capable of doing anything or I'm not capable of learning. It's not how it works. The first few months, maybe years, will be a little bit challenging, of course, but the more you reinforce the same knowledge, the more the pattern keep on triggering, it's going to strengthen and it's going to become a reality. Eventually, it's where rich people become successful. They know what they're passionate about. They know what they want to do. And they keep on reinforcing the knowledge. They have the long-term vision. Do not get it twisted. They're looking at the long-term vision. And they keep on reinforcing it until their goal become a reality. All right, guys, let me give you a better example. It's like having a camera. Have you ever used a camera before and you're looking through the viewfinder? If the object or subject not in focus, you're going to see it all blurred. You're not going to be able to see properly, right? And you're not going to have a good shot. But the minute you have the subject or object in focus, you get to see everything clearly and you're going to get a nice shot. It's the same thing with life, guys. If you reinforce the knowledge, if you reinforce what you're passionate about, what you really want to do, if you reinforce it in your head, you will be able to see every single details until you bring it to reality. So it's the rich mindset, guys. Do not focus on pleasing other people or trying to impress other people. Do not try to follow trends or whatever people usually do. Do not focus on any of that. Trying to become self-aware, trying to understand yourself, trying to gain knowledge. Set goals, man. Plan. I cannot stress that enough. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are. And one thing I want to say about rich people do not care about race. But I kid you not. You're probably going to be like, oh, hold up, man. No way. It doesn't work that way. I'm telling you, maybe you've never been around rich people before, but I have. They do not care about race at all. They care about value. What can you bring into their lives? If you have nothing to offer, they don't want you around them. It's only poor mindset usually focus more on race. Okay, I don't like that person because, more of excuses and stuff. But rich people, they do not care if you're Chinese, if you're black, if you're white, if you freaking, whatever you are, they do not care about it. What they care about, can you bring value into my life? Can you help me accumulate more wealth? As long as you can do that, hey, you guys will work together just fine. No one gonna care about your complexion or anything like that. They're not gonna care about that at all. It's the mindset you need to have before you start hanging out with someone, before you become best friend with someone. Oh, no, best friend, gosh. Before you bring someone into your life, you need to ask yourself, what does that person have to offer? Nothing, something, what is it exactly? If the person has nothing to offer, the person not bringing any value into your life to help you grow, what's the point? What is the point? Think about it, man. Real talk. And another thing, again, I have my notes. I got to go through my notes, guys. You have to forgive me on that. Rich people, the most important thing, and it's the last one, they focus on solving problems. Some people just prefer to just complain about their problems. They prefer to just, find ways to pacify themselves rather than solving whatever problem they're facing. By learning to solve problems, not only you'll be able to solve your own personal problem, you'll be able to solve problems out there, is where usually rich people, they will come up with products. You can't do this, you can't do that, you need more comfortability. Okay, here, I'm going to provide you with a solution for that. So the rich mindset, problem solvers, is what you need to focus on, guys. So try your very best not to complain. Whenever you face any obstacles, look back and say to yourself, how can I solve that problem? It'll probably take years, but focus on solving it. Once you solve it, you're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to feel extremely, extremely good about yourself. And of course, you will be extremely confident. And slowly you will start developing the rich mindset, the millionaire mindset. Don't focus on trends or whatever people talk about, this and that. No, develop the millionaire mindset, guys. And I guarantee you, you will feel good and you will become more confident. And it's what I'm trying to show you guys here, for you to become self-aware, for you to be aware of yourself, for you to be aware of your capabilities, because you are capable of doing a lot of things. You're probably not aware of it. You probably think that, okay, you know what? I'm not capable of doing a lot because I don't know anything. I'm basically blank. It's not how it works. You are capable of a lot. You just got to tap into it for you to see it. All right. So guys, what do we do here? We learn, we push, and we grow to become the best version of ourselves. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. If you have anything to say, let it out in the comment section. See you next time. Ciao.